Hello everybody. In this video, I wanted to provide an update about the K1 litigation, the status of K1 visas around the world, what's happening with K1 visas, which embassies are issuing, and where cases are being stuck, and what can you do about it. So let's dive right in. Welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration updates, and everything else you need to make your immigration stress-free. In this video, I want to talk about K1 visa litigation, K1 visa updates. I have so many comments that people are asking what's happening with the K1s, what is Biden going to do about it, has anything changed since President Biden took office? So we'll talk about the current litigation that is pending. We'll talk about what's happening at embassies and consulates, and we'll talk about what you can do to make your K1 case move a little bit faster. So make sure you stick to the end. I'll break it down in details, step by step. Those of you that are watching this for the first time, make sure you click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. I'm going to try to provide you this up-to-date updates as soon as I know more, and I want to share it with you. And also, give us that big like so YouTube will be able to share this video with more people just like you who are waiting for their K1 visas. So what's happening with K1s? As you know, we have embassies and consulates around the world that are keep giving excuses to clients, saying that they're not issuing visas at the moment, they're not able to issue visas, either because of the travel bans, because as you know, we still have a travel ban from all the Schengen countries, all the European countries, UK, Ireland, Brazil, and now we have South Africa that has been added to the list of the travel ban. So in most of these countries right now we have a strong resistance from embassies to even issue visas, to even get an appointment to issue visas. And as you know, those travel bans are specifically saying only one thing. They're saying that you cannot enter the US if you fly directly from those countries. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to issue any visas if you reside in any of these countries. All it means is that as long as you stay 2 weeks outside of the US and get your COVID test 3 days before you enter the US, you should have no problem to get your visa and come to the United States. Those consulates seem to still refuse to do so at the moment. And even countries that are outside of that travel ban, we've got cases in the Philippines, we've got cases in Jordan, we've got cases in Kenya that are not issuing K1 visas because they are blaming it on the proclamations, they're blaming it on different things. This is not right. If you remember my previous K1 visa update, and all you have to do is search on YouTube K1 visa updates, and you're going to see our videos right there. And I've done a video in December, I've done a video in November, and I mentioned to you that some consulates to this day were confusing the ban, the proclamation ban that was issued in April, that's specifically barring certain family members, spouses of green card holders, parents, and certain immigrant visas from entering the United States. K1 visas were never part of that ban to this day, and they were not part of the second ban as well. So remember that those embassies and consulates that use the proclamations are not doing so right, and we'll talk in a second about what you can do to how to deal with those consulates when that happens. So if you remember, as I mentioned in the previous update about Milligan versus Pompeo, the plaintiffs had some success, and the court essentially ordered that the named plaintiffs, the people that were part of the first round of litigation, to be issued their K1 visas, and many of them started to get their visas, the ones that were actually mentioned in that lawsuit. In fact, the main named plaintiff, Miss Milligan, just arrived to the United States and is about to get married with her husband. We are sharing a picture right here, you can see it. This was on the Twitter account of Jeff Joseph, which is one of the attorneys representing Miss Milligan in this litigation. And so we are super excited for her. She is the named plaintiff. The whole lawsuit is named after her, and we are so happy that she's in the US now, able to finally marry her spouse. But what about all the others? All the others are still pending. So if you have a K1 visa and you are in one of the countries that is under the travel ban, so all the Schengen countries, Ireland, UK, Brazil, and South Africa, if you're one of those people that have a K1 visa from those countries, you can join the third round of litigation. I know that they're looking for more plaintiffs to see if they can continue suing the government to allow more people to be able to come. There's going to be another part in this litigation that we're waiting for the judge to rule whether the consulates and embassies are acting legally by not issuing those visas to plaintiffs, whether they are named in the litigation or they're coming from countries outside of the travel ban. But if you are somebody who has a K1 visa and you're one of the countries under the travel ban, you have two options. You can either try to join this litigation, or you can sue the consulate individually. You can sue them individually. So whether you're part of this travel ban countries or not, if your case is taking too long, you can sue them individually under a mandamus lawsuit. Or before you sue them, some of the things that we do in our office is you can try to expedite your case, request an emergency appointment, and using some of the exceptions, whether it's hardship to the U.S. citizen. There are many things that you can do. There are many reasons why you can try to get an exception for them to issue you an emergency appointment. So between this or suing them, those are the current options that we have right now, because quite a few of these embassies are wrongfully denying visa appointments to applicants, stating that either they are subject to the travel ban, which this litigation should cure, or they're refusing to issue visa appointments for whatever reasons. So once again, until the Biden administration is going to clearly give instructions to these embassies to issue K1 visas, which we don't have at the moment, we are expecting the travel bans to be lifted in the next few weeks. If that happens, this update may change as well, and we may see some more movement on the side of the embassies. But at the moment, my suggestion to you, if your K1 is stuck, I would try to see if you can expedite it before suing them. Again, the results on an expedited request could be received in a matter of a couple of weeks, and you'll know whether you should wait or proceed with the lawsuits. And if you are part of the travel ban countries and you have a K1, you may consider joining one of the lawsuits that are going around, and there are many class members that are joining, and sometimes you can benefit from that as well. The bottom line is that no matter what you do, you have to be proactive. You should not be just waiting, because there are thousands of people that are stuck around the world right now waiting for their K1 visa interviews, and if you're going to be one of them that are just sitting and waiting, nothing is going to happen. So once again, trying to expedite, and again, there's a phone number right here, and if you do need help to try to push those embassies and try to get some traction, we've been very successful in doing so in the past few months, and we'll be more than happy to work with you as well. So just send us a text number and request expedited case for your K1, and we'll be right there to help you. So this is the update that I have for you for early February. You know, things may change in a couple of weeks, and I promise you I'll come back with a more recent update. So thanks again for watching. If you're K1, don't lose hope. As you can see, quite a few of these K1s are coming back. You know, some of them after litigation, some of them after expedited, like we've done. But the most important thing is do not lose hope, because things are going to get better. So thanks for watching. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Any questions? And I'll see you in our next video. So if you like this video, watch these two videos for more information just like that.